Hi, I'm Nancy Taylor. I'm with the Department of Music at the University of Texas at El Paso. This video is about stretching. Stretched muscles mean long muscles. Short, tight muscles can pull on joints. They can compress nerves. Short, tight muscles cause injuries. So stretching is important. When do you stretch? Stretch before you play. Take breaks during practice sessions to do a little stretching, a little resetting of your postural alignment, and get everything back into neutral working order. I'm going to go through a series of stretches here. We'll start with big muscles and go to the small muscles. Always do that. Rather than starting out saying, okay, I'm going to stretch. Start with the big muscles, all right? And then go small. Standing posture. Your feet are on the floor. Nice shoulder width apart. And your knees are over the heels. The hips are over the knees. The shoulders are over the hips, not behind, not slouched in front. Shoulders are over the hips. The spine is long. And the ears are over the shoulders. Remember that your spine is a series of vertebrae that go all the way up to about here, and your head balances on top. So we've got nice postural alignment. Think about balancing the head, and just start with the neck. So your head goes down and back. We'll do these 3 times. And I call this series yes, no, maybe. Because this is yes, here's no. Very slowly. Stop. Feel a stretching here. And later, in another video, I'm going to talk about nerves that come through the muscles on the neck and go down the arms. So stretching the neck is very important. And here's the maybe of yes, no, maybe. All right? The next one is pulling the elbows back. The next one is pulling the elbows back to open up the front of the chest. For the next stretches, we're going to be stretching the upper trapezius, which is the big muscle that goes from the ear to the tip of the shoulder and then down the back. So take one hand, hold it with the other, and lean your head away. Now we're stretching this, and the ear is pointed towards the shoulder. Wait a few seconds, and go the other way. Switch it. And again. All right, so we've done the neck, the upper trapezius. Now let's go to the arms. One arm out. The shoulder is not high. Remember, the ears are over the shoulders, nice distance, and the fingers go back. Now you feel your arm saying, whoo! I bet your arm is burning a little bit. That's good. Tilt your head away from that arm. Hold it a second. Now bring your head back, your fingers in, and put your arm down. The other arm goes out, and the fingers go back. Tilt your head away and say, "Aw." Bring your fingers in and your head comes up. Let's do it again. This is great to do with your whole ensemble. Fingers back, tilt your head and hear the whole room say, "Aw." Now we're going to add another aspect and going to look behind you. What we're doing here is a myofascial stretch, which also stretches the nerve. We're making the connection between the nerves and the fascia, between the neck and the tips of the fingers, the longest. So arm out, fingers back, tilt your head away, and now look behind you. I'm going to do this one more time because I want to emphasize that when the arm is back, the arm is just right here. It's not here, all right? And when the arm is out, we're not going straight out with the shoulder high. We're going with a little bend in the arm and the fingers back. This is to stretch, tilt the head, and look away, creating the longest length between the ear and the tips of the fingers. And you'll feel some tingling. You should feel some tingling in the tips of your fingers. This may cause great discomfort at first, but eventually it'll start to feel really good. All right? Now for stretching the hands and the forearms. It is important for you to know the muscles that move the fingers and the muscles that move the wrist are all in the forearm, with the exception of the lumbricals, which are these little tiny muscles right here that make you go like this. That's it. And the interosseous muscles make the fingers go like this. Stretching the forearm, many people will just do this, which is a pretty good stretch. I find it's not the most effective. There are some things that are more. Massage is always good. Just pulling, just moving the muscles away from each other. Just massage is good. And also, a series of stretches that I learned on YouTube from a guy named Greg Irwin. Do a search for Greg Irwin Finger Fitness, and you'll find a really terrific series of stretches. He does all these crazy things with his hands that I have found to be very effective for musicians. So you'll start like this, and your shoulders are down. If you can, bring your hands into complete prayer position. Yes? And now, with your hands like this, let's fold over one finger, and then fold, and then bring it together. I'll show you. Now fold your middle finger, flip the other way, and then together. Now your ring finger, and flip it together, and the baby finger. One, flip it together. Ha ha. Now let's stretch them. So with my right finger, I'm pushing my left finger. Push it this way, push it this way. Now the middle finger, push and push. You might feel your knuckles cracking, I hear mine. Push and push. Baby finger, push and push. Now you're gonna feel all of this here on the flexors of your forearms. These are the muscles that make this happen, yes? Good. So now let's fold them in. You're gonna fold in this way, all right? So you fold it and up, and then fold it, see? And then up. Fold in the ring finger, up, fold in the baby finger, and up. Now we're gonna tap, tap, tap. Middle finger, tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Baby finger, tap, tap, tap. When we do the tapping, you're extending the fingers, right? These are the extensor muscles of the arm. So every time you're lifting a finger to fold it over, you're strengthening the extensor muscles. So what all this is about is stretching the flexors, strengthening the extensors, increasing circulation to your arms and to your hands. Injury prevention. So let's do this quickly. We're going to do flips, folds, stretches, and taps. Flip, fold. Here's the flip. Here's the fold. Here's the stretch. Here's the tap. All together now. Ready? Flip, flip, together. Middle. Flip, flip, together. Ring. Flip, flip, together. Baby. Flip, flip, together. Now fold. Fold and up. Middle. Fold and up. Fold. Are your shoulders down? Up. And fold. Now we're going to stretch. 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 Middle. Stretch. Stretch. Good. Stretch. Stretch. Baby finger. Stretch. Stretch, and now tap, tap, tap. Middle, tap, tap, tap. You can do it. Tap, tap, tap. And tap, tap, tap. Good workout. Because so much of what we do in our life is in front of us, these muscles tend to get short, and that's where rolled in posture comes from. So we want to take the opportunity as much as we can to open this, to stretch open. So just using a doorway, every time you walk in through a door, make an entrance and stretch this way. This will open up the chest and let the rhomboids in the back squish together, bring the shoulder blades together. So now on to sitting. When it comes to sitting down, most people will do this with the head jutted out, and then they keep looking straight to stand up. What this is doing is putting a great deal of tension on the low back, and as musicians we do a lot of sitting, and so low back pain is one of our issues. Here's a little something that'll save you. As you sit down, keep your ears over your shoulders and just keep your head with the rest of your body. So to sit down, you bend your knees and you bend the hips, and you sit down. It's as easy as that. To stand up, same thing. Ears over shoulders, your head goes with the rest of the body. I'm looking at the floor and I stand up. No stress on the back. You'll be glad you did. So when it comes to sitting stretches, we of course have yes, no, maybe. So this is always a good one. Be careful in rehearsal when you do your nose, so you're not looking at the conductor saying no, and then maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Reach behind you and grab a hand and lean away. And again, we're stretching the upper trapezius here. Keep the shoulder down, not up here, the shoulder down. Switch hands and lean to the other side. Good. And then also you can do what we call a scalene stretch. The scalenes are these muscles here in your neck. You'll grab onto the side of the chair and lean away. And this is different from the one where you've got your arm behind, because it'll stretch your neck more. Let it be a gentle stretch and move your head slightly to get that stretch. When you're sitting in your chair, you'll want to make sure that you're sitting on your butt bones. You don't want to sit with your back arched. That's going to cause pain in your low back. And you don't want to sit like this. I think you do want to sit like this, but you shouldn't. This is good for resting, okay? So be sure that you're sitting on your butt bones. You can feel them. And if you can sit on your butt bones with your back resting against the back of the chair, that's really just fine too. But notice that in this chair, my knees are at 90 degrees. That's good. If your knees aren't at 90 degrees, your chair is either too high or too low. But we want to have good sitting posture. So avoid sitting like this and playing. You won't play as well. That's it for stretches.